Hello, friends and family. This is Migrant the Trader here, trading in the trenches on this 7th day of September. Actually, I'm into the 8th of September, but still the same trading session. So I'm just hanging and banging in here. I've been here at it for a bit now. Right now, I'm sort of like the market is sort of waning on me. And so let me just show you what chart we're looking at here. Here we are, I have this chart up again. Remember, chain brokers, still using the old broker just to put trades in, but apart from that, I can't really count too much on it. I still have the tick chart up on there, but this is what I'm looking at. This is what's driving the trading decisions that you'll see me make. I'm seeing where data is, and you can see we're on this nice trending uptrend. It just came out of this retracement session. It came down to this moving average line. It's bounced off of that, and now here we are on this uptrend here. We have this blue line ahead of us, giving us some direction, but also because we're right on this blue line right here, which is very close, this is in play, but we have the support of a moving average here that's propping up the price. So you can see it propped up the price when it came down to there, and it bounced off of that. So that's in place. So that's what we're looking at. But right now we're currently with an uptrend movement, and we have a 15-minute chart, and we have 7 minutes and 33 seconds left on this particular chart. So that's what we're looking at. But look down here, though. Our RSI is telling us you're kind of high. You are currently below the moving average on this RSI, but you are still in this overbought region. So be careful. There's still potential for the market to fall out because the price RSI line is below the yellow moving average line, which says it potentially is still looking at downward bias. But we know on the chart up here we have a couple of things holding up the price. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So we're going to go over and start trading a little bit and see what we can do with this. We don't really need to be aggressive because we've done a tremendous day so far. And we'll get you over and see what's going on with that. Okay, here we are back over here in the trench where we look at our tick chart from our main broker. And remember, we're looking at the potential of a uptrend, but we got this guarded because we are, our RSI is telling us we already at a high level, overbought, so don't expect too much. But since we are close to the end of the session, let's see how close are we to the end of the session. There might be something over here that can tell us some information. Let's see. We go just like this and see what can we figure out over here. All right. 15 minutes trading session. Okay. Close this. What do we got over here? Now I'm relatively new to this particular terminal, so I'm still trying to find my way around things. So it's not so easy for me to get in and just do what I want to do. Let's see what we're looking at. High settings, isn't it? More. This time frame over here. Okay. Market open. So we click on this thing right here. All right, so it tells us the market is currently open. All is well. The market is open, but it closes in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so that lets us know we're in the U.S. session. The exchange time zone, we're in the New York time zone, UTC 4, and it closes at 5 o'clock UTC 4 time, I guess. 1 hour and 49 minutes away. So that's what we got going on there. So just so you know, we're close to time and 4 minutes left on this bar. So let's get out of here and go over and see what we can pull a little bit of activity off of this trend. Now what I have set up with my tick chart, I have it set up at 195 volume and set to take profit at 1 pip. So we're just going to try to pot shot pips off of this thing here and see what we can do. So right now we took that in to go up 1, and see whether if it want to bounce up one and give me, okay, it's not going to bounce that direction. So let's see. Let's see here. Doesn't want to go there yet. So let's see. All right, it got me in, and now let's see what's going to do. See, it's only one pip, but you see, it got me in, and it went down one, but then it just flew up and took it out. So you can see how quick we can. This is like a target session, a target practice type of session. It's what the philosophy what we're trying to do here. Use my one pip, just in and out type of thing. Look at that. Come on. Whew. How many times you got to click it to close? All right, let's go on, bro. Don't play with me right now. We're not in the mood. Now notice what it just did here. When you see this blue line, that lets you know it opens up a spread. And now it's back to no spread is even. So when it opens up a spread, you got to be careful, because that means once to enter the trade when it has a spread, you're going to automatically be down a certain number of pips by whatever the spread amount is. And so that's more of a risk, because you have a little bit more work to do to get back into profit. So when you see it like that, you just know that that's the potential hurdle you're going to have to get through, because if you do open it, you'll automatically be down by the number of pips that spread is. So be very careful when you see that. All right, let's see. Once we get some movement here, we can start doing our little pot shot activity here. Take some pot shots at this thing as we target practice. Go right there and get in. Now we should be out right there. Well, an interesting thing I found out, even though I'm at one pip, if I put it in right under the price right here and it goes down by one, it won't close right away. It should, but it wants to go through that before it registers as that full pip. So just so you see that, that's why I got to look over here when it's doing that. It's got to roll by at least 2 pips for it to close you out and give you the one. Sometimes I have found out that by trying to get 1 pip, it'll go down 2 and stop. And then if I close it manually, I can get 2 pips worth, even though it was set for 1 pip. So it's, I'm finding little things out about this terminal as we go. And as we talk, we see we have this trade that's still open down here at 999.16. That's in, but price is moving a little bit away from that, so we take that off the table because we don't want it to be hanging out in the shadows. And we close out and we walk away thinking we're all done, and it goes and open up a trade and we don't know about it. All right, so then we go, price is moving up. We got 1:31 seconds left on this 15-minute time frame. And so the price is moving up. Remember, always we look at the end of these bars when they get ready to close. It's oftentimes when you're going to see some flurry of activity. So you always keep that in mind. That's why I always pay attention to how much time we have left on the bar, because that explains sometimes why you get a little flurry of activity, because sometimes you think that the market is getting ready to do something, but really it's just the time zone, the time frame just closing out, and the market readjusts itself to whatever that movement is. So it's still climbing up though, with 50 seconds left. What do I want to do? I'm pop, get in at 35 and see what it's going to take me up. It takes me up, and it gets to that point, and then it starts falling right off of that. So here we go, in the wrong direction with this thing. Let's see, since price is trying to move up on the flurry at the end of this time zone, let's see, did it already hit its high for the bar, or is it gonna, well, let's look, I hit the high and now it's trying to go down for the close. So let's just see what we can do. 195. Okay, so hopefully it'll roll up real quick and take this off the table, but it just rolled down, and so I'm going to look probably, at the end of this bar. Okay, it flurried up, took the profit off the table, saved me from having to try to take a loss. And that little last flurry that you saw was the bar that just closed. You see, the bar just closed, a little flurry to the top, and that's what you just saw. And that was enough to kick my profit, that trade off the table, and put it into the profit zone. All right, well, that's what we do over here in the trenches. I wanted to give you a review. I want to take you back to the beginning of the trading for this particular journey. I want you to know, I'm going to show you at the beginning of today. So let's go into the history so we can see what we did for the day. All right? So far, you can see we got $55,000 earned so far on the day. So you've not been here look at all these. See all these green right here? These are for like 1 pips. These are 1 pips, just in and out type of things. I set the volume kind of high, and then so 195 a shot. That's not bad. Putting about $200 in your pocket, in a second or so. That's not bad. So that's what we've been doing over here for a little while, and for quite a little while here at 195. So you can see at 195 is where I started the target practice with this 195, because looking at doing this the same thing at 5 and 15, getting it in. I'm saying, for 1 pip, a bit higher volume size, and then for each pip, I can be pulling down a little bit more per pip, and that really made a good bit of a profit for me today. All right, so you can see we have a lot of trades. Let's just browse through these trades. Look at this. I'm not going to count these today. There's a lot of trades in here. See, look at all this. Look. I've been busy. I've been busy. Now, with all of those trades that we have in there, how many did we lose? So you can get a scale for the volume of trades that I get in for a win. So there's 1 red right there. That's 1 loss out of all of these wins. 1 loss. Still looking for losses. Where are my losses? 2 losses. And so far these losses are small. 2, 3, 4 losses. 4 losses. So 4 losses out of all day long. I've only lost 4 trades. I've been at it for a little bit. Now, taking to the beginning of the day. This is where we are at the beginning of the day. I started off with 2 little feeler trades at $5 volumes, just to get a feel for the market. And then I set in my trades to give me my 2% for today. Now, this is what happens. I came in at 947.27, and I put in 2 feeler trades just to get a feel for the direction of the market and how things are going. And then I put in these 3 orders at the same price, 99,113, for $500 volume each. These were the moves that I put in so that I can get my 2% on the day. So if we was to look at that, that gave me 7,500 right off the top, and that actually put me over like 2 point something percent on the day. I could have stopped right there. That's all I needed to do for today. My objectives of 2% a day to get me my 10% for the week would have been totally done within less than 10 minutes. 9:47 to 9:53, exactly 6 minutes. Exactly 6 minutes from the time I got in to put my first trade on until the time these trades went in and they got out at 53.50, so it was a little bit longer. But once these trades hit, they came in at 53.27 and only took 23 seconds to get out. So it took 23 seconds for me to get my daily quota in. That's how long I needed to work today. And I'm on target for 10% for the week. So that's the scale of what we're doing. And then throughout the day, we did all of this for a total of $55,000 profit. All right, so what I want to do is take you on a journey to the very beginning of this 10% a week journey. So let me go to a custom history, and we want to go back to the beginning. So we started this thing off in August 31st. August 31st. So we're going to go back to August 31st and just look at just that day. All right, let's see, how well did we do on August 31st? So our first day of trading, August 31st, here we can see we started up the trade right here with 100,000. Now we're off to our 10% a day journey. And on this day, August 31st, let's scroll all the way down and make sure these are all August 31st time frame. August 31st, all these trades are August 31st. So on that day, the very first day of our journey, I put in 39%. 30. Look, I started with 100,000 and ended with 139,000 profit, because it's by 39, 214 we divide that by 100,000 and then multiply that times 100. 39.2% on the first day. That right there was 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks worth of 10% per week, all in one day, the first day. All right, that was the first day. So let's go into the next custom period. So that was the August 31st. Let's go to September 1st, just for that day. So let's see. Let me open up, keep a little track of what we got. Give me a notepad. In our notepad, we're going to set up a little journal here. On August 31st, we ended up with 39,214 profit. All right, September 1st, let's see what that's going to give us. September 1st. Okay, on that day, you can see the date, September 1st. These are all September 1st, yeah? On day number 2 of our journey, we made $54,000 profit. $54,000 profit. 54,023.79. Let's go to September 2nd. Okay, September the 2nd, custom period. September the 2nd, which was the end of the first week of trading. So let's see, how did we do on that day? On that day, we didn't have such a great day. These are all September the 2nd trades compared to the first 2 days. You would say this doesn't seem to be much of a success, but look, we ended up in the profit zone. So that's always a good thing in the trade, in the trenches, to end up ahead of the game. We don't complain about that. We don't take a look at that. This right here would have easily been more than our 2% for the day. No problem. Absolutely no problem about that. Okay. Let's go on into our next time frame. So the next time frame for our custom period, we go in here with September 2nd. That was a Friday, so we're moving over to September the 5th. September the 5th. And how much did we do on that day? These are all September the 5th trades, yeah? September the 5th. Look like there was a lot of trading on this day. Oh, there's a nice good stretch of, you wonder to see how much money we made on this day. Look like we did pretty good from this zone right here. Look at all these trades. All right, $102,000 on this day. All right, September the 5th. September the 5th. Trading in the trenches has never been so good. $102,459.23. Let's go to September the 6th. How did we do on that date? September 6th. This is the journey of the trend trader, trading in the trenches. All right, September the 6th, we can look at our time, make sure all these are just the same time. Just, I'm sure you trust me, but I like to verify what I'm doing. Because I like people to really know what's happening in here. I'm not cutting the corners with you. I want you to see the real deal. So September the 6th, we put in 35,000. 35,604.50. How about September the 7th? Then September the 8th. So go to September the 7th and see what we got. September the 7th, let's go. Custom period, let's go on for the 7th. Ending on the 7th, all in one day. So September the 7th, we've got $55,089 in there. All September the 7th, right? Keeping a look at the dates. September the 7th, nothing's changing there. This is all September the 7th. We got a lot of trades in here. I wish there was some kind of way this thing could automatically tell you how many trades, so I don't have to count, because we're still trading. Look at all these trades, and look at how many red trades you see in here. One, 2, 3, 4, 4 trades, 4 losses, and all of that. You know, life is pretty good. So this is September the 7th, 55,089 cents. September the 7th, 55,089 cents. All right, and then finally on today, here we are, today's zone. Let's see what we're doing today. 5 custom period for the 8th. That's the 8th, which is today. Oh, actually, okay, so what this is showing me is I have not really traded anything on the registers for this day of this date, because the time has just moved into another trading session day. So on the 8th, I haven't really started anything on that date yet. So I'll keep this little notepad here somewhere. Let me save this up. Put it on the desktop, and we'll call this our daily journal, daily Forex journal. All right, save that as a daily Forex journal. We'll put that on the desktop so we can find it easily. All right, now let's take a calculator out and take a look at what we got in here. I don't really need to do all of that. All I have to do is go like this. We'll verify this. We just do custom period. We do all entire history. It will tell me entirely from the beginning of our time in August the 31st all the way downward to the current period of September the 7th. $296,000.46. No, $296,046.73. So right at this point right here, we're looking at 296,046.73. That was the subtotal up to that point. And if you really want to know, okay, we can do this. We can put this in. This was a total. Okay, running total. So that'd be this right here. You got that as a running total. Now let's get our calculator up. Okay, so $3,924 plus 542379 equals 93,000. $93,000 plus 974432. Alright. So look how fast it took for me to double my money. We started 100,000 and now at 3 days, in 3 days we have already doubled the money. You gotta love this. You gotta, you know, how are you gonna? Where are you going to double your money that fast? 100,000. And this is not like $10 and you double, you got 20. This is $100,000 that was doubled in 3 days. So we got 102,000 in 3 days, just to keep it in perspective. And then on the 4th day, look at that, another more than 100,000 in just 1 day. So we tripled our money in 4 days. Get a clue? Get a clue? All right, let's just see here. So we're going to add to this 102,459.23. So there you go, 205,000. Then we're going to add to that over here plus 35,604.50 That took me to 241. And then we add to that 55,000. And it takes me to the 296,04673. So everything checks out. Okay? So now we'll put one more column in here. We'll see what is our return on investment up to this point. So remember, we started at 100,000. So $100,000 is our base. So we take our gain on investment and we divide that by 100,000. So our running total will tell us what is our return on investment. So day earnings let's go like this, capital EARNINGS earnings over here, cumulative profit or loss, cumulative profit or loss, then over here return on investment. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the 39,214 divide, put that in the calculator instead of over there. 39,214 divided by 100,000 equals this. Now if I divide it by, and then that would be the decimal, but to convert a decimal into a percent, you multiply the decimal times 100. And, okay, 39,214 divided by 100,000 equals that times 100. That's your 39.214%. So your return on investment is 39.214%. We'll use 3 decimal places. All right. Now, how do we get this? Another way we can do that, if we just go directly to get this percentage, we take the 39, whatever our profit is. Wrong. Okay, we take whatever our profit is. We might need to stretch this out just a little bit more. All right, so whatever our profit is, we take the 39,214. If we divide this by 1,000, not the 100,000, we immediately get to our percentage. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to divide everything by 1,000, and that will immediately tell us what our percent is, 39.214%. Okay, so we're going to now take the 93. We're going to divide this by 1,000. We're at 93.238%. Second to 2 days to get 93% on your investment. Now let's go over here into the next day. Our running total was 102. So basically, if you can see what's going on, if we just move the decimal place 1, 2, 3 places, that's all we gotta do. 1, 2, 3 places. We know we had this. This is our percent. Okay, you don't trust me? Let's look at the calculator. 102,982,11 divided by 1,000 equals 102,982. All right, so there we go. And this right here was 8, wasn't it? Yeah, that was an 8. Round that up. So over here we have 205.441%. Over here, now we have 241. 0.045%. And then finally down here, you have 296.047%. So far in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days, we're only trying to get 10% a week. So far, all we should have is about 12%, 2% a day. So that's the target. Our daily target is 2%. Look at what we've done in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. We have earned a total of 296% return on our investment. That means our money has basically almost tripled from the amount of where we started from. Almost 300% return on investment. Every 100% means your money doubles. 100% return on investment means whatever you had, it doubled. 200 means whatever you had, it's what we call triple. So the total result is triple, but when you subtract your 100,000 from it, then it's truly like a double. Okay? So there you go. I wanted you to see that because we're off on this journey to see what 10% a week can do, and all of a sudden I messed up everything. I went way ahead of the road on these things, but you know what? Look, when you look at these when you look at what we're doing over here in the trenches here, I mean, you know, look at all this blue. The market sets itself up, and I just go in and see that it's set up, and you can see a lot of. And I basically play around with this thing sometimes. It's like playing a video game. All right, let's just change the volume and go at it, you know. And when I want to take a low risk but still want to get in and have the action of trading, I set the volume down low. So if the market basically does one of those quick runs away, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on, and it just start going wild in the other direction, at least I can not have to suffer a big loss and cut it and readjust what's just happened. Because, you know, if I ever am trading and all of a sudden the market just really runs, that means the trend changed, and I wasn't paying attention to that. You see, when the trend changes, it's moving away from you, and it will keep going away from you. So you have to cut your loss in that case. So that's what. So you're looking through this. This is what you see. Then I changed my volume because after a while of doing $1, $1, I can see the condition of the market. The market is still stalled, and it's just doing one of these little up here, down there, a couple more. I sit there and do target practice when it does that. And when I see it's in a zone, I increase the volume because it's like, wait a minute. All of these 404s can be higher than this because it's doing the same thing. We're looking at it goes from one price to the next price, okay? The difference in how much you're going to make is determined by the volume that you enter that trade with. This tells you how much money you will make every time this price changes by 1/10,000th of a point. This is tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000ths, 100,000ths. So 5 decimal places. On that 5th decimal place, every change of value of 1 will be worth $1.01, either in my favor or against me. So every time this thing changes, 1/100th of a thousandth of a cent difference, this volume determines how much money you will be making or losing. So in this case, $51.01 for each time it changes. So in that case, you're getting 4 out of that. 4 times this, 20, 204.04. There you go. $204.04. So that's what you have happen. Then I took it up to a higher, a little more risky. Now remember, this is riskier. The higher the volume, the more risk you have, because if you're not paying attention and the market runs away, it's running a lot further each time it moves. So you got to judge that. So if the market starts changing, then I go back to a lower volume and keep on trading, and then a lot more success, and then I'll change the volume again. Look at this, went to 11. Then look at this. Now look what happens here. Went to 311. All of a sudden, I start having a couple losses. You see that? So all of these profits and all this could quickly be lost if you have a larger volume and that market runs away from you. But what it did, it ran away, but then it basically was covering. So the first one here, the first loss here was covered by this one. This gain right here was swallowed up by this one. But the extra $311 that was lost here was quickly gained up with these. So these covered this. So we can move on, but we changed our volume back down because we got into some choppy area. So we could change it back down and kept on trading. And then we jumped into a higher volume here. And then we was able to safely maneuver that. Then we went back into $5. So you can see what's happening. Then we really went into 500. This is the maximum that we can do. What I did, I decided, I said, let me now act like I'm coming in, because I'm practicing, having fun making all this money, but I'm practicing. Let me make another position as if I'm starting the day all over. So what I did, I put in 3 limit orders at this price, okay? And that was on the 7th. So you can see that's what I was doing to set that up. We already talked about that. So we don't need to keep going. But I just wanted to show you what's happening in the transactions. These volumes, sometimes they're random numbers. But I just randomly, arbitrarily sometimes put a value in. 497.64. Where did that come from? It's just random. You know, random. So like I said, I'm playing a video game. But in this game, I'm making money. What kind of way? And every child who plays the video game need to learn how to play the market like this. So if they get really, really good at that, then put them in, give them a live trade, a live account, give them $500 and see what happens. I already showed you what would happen if you took $500, and I'm going to just show you this, and then I'm going to shut down because we won't go too long. If you take $500 times 10%, so that means you take times 1 plus 10%. Then if you use the exponent, so I said raise it up to, now this means how many days, because you're making 10%, how many weeks, because the interest rate right here is based on a week, 10% a week. So now we raise it up to a value that shows us how many weeks do we want to calculate to see how much interest or how much this value, this $500 can become after this number of weeks. So if we say 1 whole year, that's 52 weeks in a year, so we put there as a 52, this will tell me how much would $500 be worth if we traded it at 10% a week for 1 solid week, 1 solid year. All right, so our answer is $71,021 and 47 cents. So $500 alone, a small amount, becomes really large compared to the initial principal, but 10% a week for a whole year. So 1 year to do that. So let's backtrack and see how can we do this. Let's do this again. Now we're going to do 2 years. 500 times 1.1 raised up. Oh, I did a square. Let's back that up. All right, so try 500 times 1.1 raised up to the 52 weeks in 1 year times 2. That's 2 years. 104. So your $500 traded at 10% every week. Now look at this now. If I did that every week for 2 years, $500 is, what is this number? Can you get it? Oh, wait a minute, wait. My calculation is wrong. I got an extra 500 in there. Let's back up. 500 times, okay, 1.1 raised up to 52 times 2 at 104. Okay, there you go. 500 times 1.1%. So why do we add the 1 there? The 1 includes the principal. So you're going to get the principal plus the interest. So that, because every time you do the calculation, You want to add the interest to the principal and find out what's the ending balance. That's why you put this 1.1 in here. So now you know how to do that. So once you do that, $500 actually becomes $10 million, 10% in 2 years. So this is what you got to understand. This is why I'm on this 10% journey. And you see I'm off to a tremendous start. Now the good news is this. Your account can go down to $500. And if you still can settle down and just start systematically working and getting 10%, just 10% every day, no, every week, 2% a day, within 2 years, your $500 would grow right back up to $10 million. And the money just gets much better. And that's $500, a small amount. So I say that so you can get a feeling. You don't have to be a millionaire to make money. They say it takes money to make money. That's true. You need to have something to start with. And the beauty of this is if you could sit somewhere and learn how to trade the foreign exchange market. What I do, I just specialize on basically, you only ever see me really trading the euro US dollar pair. I am a specialist on the euro versus the US dollar forex market. I rarely go and look at anything else. Why? I specialize in this market, and this market has provided me. Look what I showed you already. Look what look what I can do. Because I know this market pretty well, I can do this type of, I can make these types of returns. So you gotta, you can say what you want to say, and I always ask you to just have an open mind because I want you to see the potential of what a trader who just learned enough how to trade a simple system that is highly successful. My win to loss rate is very high. And so I can get in here. I found out how to win way more than I lose. And that is a good thing. All I got to do is make sure my losses are minimized. Then I am on a trajectory to great success. Now what I need to do is live trade. But I've done that for a while. And I've gotten burned by false or brokers that are not regulated and brokers who tend to be dishonest. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm trading these because I don't want to. I want my skills to still be sharp. I want, because once I go into the live arena, I'm not stressed out. I'll just do exactly what I'm doing right now. Why change just because you're going live with real money? What's the difference? No difference. So I'll just keep on doing. So that's why I'm doing. I'll stay in the markets just to keep myself sharp. And there was a period of time when I walked away from the market, got totally frustrated with the brokers. And I walked away for several years, really. But something in the back, as I started approaching my retirement age, I started saying, wait a minute, let's go back into the trading because I can sit at the desk here and just have fun because I love to trade, as I said before. I can sit at the desk and just trade once I get my system together and just trade. Don't have to have a large amount of money because look at that. I can just take $500 and if I just trade $500 one more time, $500 times 1.1, let me go back to clear that. $500 times 1.1 raised up. So let's say every month. Trade for a month. So that means a month, let's say 4 weeks. Okay, all right, here we go. Times what? 52 divided by 12. What is this going to give me? The average number of weeks, of trading weeks per year, because there's 52 weeks in the year, and the month, there's 12 months. So if you divide 52 times 12, the average number for a month would be 4.33. Because some months have 5 Fridays, some months has 4 Fridays. So on average, 4.33. So that's what we're going to use. Now we say that the average month, how much will I be making per month like this? That's a lot of money. That can't be right. I mean, look at what I've done so far here. I mean, but this is something that doesn't. Oh my goodness, I keep doing this 502 times. Why am I keep doing that? 500 times 1.1 raised up to the 52 divided by 12. 4.33. Now, all right. So every month I could be making $755 and just take the profit out. But that's not going to give me much. So if I did that times 12, that means all I'm making in a year is this. So that's not good. So maybe let's try quarterly. $500 times 1.1 raised up to the 52 divided by 4. That's how much? Quarter. So 13. All right. So every quarter, 17. So that's still not good money. It's not good money like this. The money, the $500 got to build up, and then it gets to a bigger base. Then you start making money. So periodically, what I'm saying though is, if you're dealing with these brokers, you got to keep your profit low and keep taking your money out so your account size don't get too large. That's the way you play these thieving brokers, but it causes you to not be able to scale up to these kind of numbers here. You know, if I was doing this kind of stuff, I definitely got to take my money out almost on a daily basis to keep the broker from deciding to shut down shop and leave towns if they're the kind of broker. So you just go, and I say that, and I mentioned that before, and somebody got kind of concerned about what I said. Here's what you need to know. When you really are going to go live with a real broker, you got to do your homework. You got to find a broker that has a reputation and a broker that is regulated. Because if the broker is regulated, then there are regulatory agencies that keep them in line. If the broker is not registered, then there's nobody that they need to answer to, and they're the ones who ends up doing all kinds of things. They're the criminals who open up a brokerage and then get all these clients to come in and making all these money, especially if there's good traders. That's what they're doing. They attract these good traders to come in, run up these good values and good balances, and then they steal the money and shut down the shop and run somewhere around the world. You don't know where they are. So these are the ones they're not regulated. So you can't play with somebody that's not regulated. All right. So that's what you need to know. That's what I want to tell you. And I'm going to shut down this. But that was just our snapshot of where we are so far on our journey of 10% a week trading, 2% a day. So far, we've done a tremendous job. We've done 296.047. Divide that by these 6 days. So on average, we're making almost 50% a day. Now you think about that. Now if I start saying I want to make 50% a day return on investment, the money will go through the roof because it already is. You can see the results. The money's already gone through the roof, 296% in 6 days. All right, this is me, Mike Rent the Trader. I'm saying it's been a great day. It's been a great week. We're off to a tremendous start. And that's for me. That's for now. I'll see you next time I bring you into the trenches. We'll pull down some profits and look around and see what else we can figure out what's going on here as we continue on our journey of, can we do a consistent minimum of 10% return on investment per week going forward. Let's hope that we have no more challenges like brokers and terminals messing us up, so we can see how far we can take this. But anyway, we'll take it day by day, step by step, and see what happens. If I change my trajectory, because right now at 10%, it's like, look what I can do. Maybe I might have to reset the terminal and start all over again for 100,000 at a different level, just to scale it, and just so you can see we start fresh and try it again and see what happens. So far, we did this 2 times, and within a short period of time, our account has been beefed way up. Last time we did it for 3 weeks, and we got to 500 something thousand. Now we're already in 6 days, and we're at 300,000 pretty much. So that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.